Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. Using girls on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug. Long boys blues, 1975.
This is Xybots on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, released in 1989 by Domark, but developed by Tengen, I believe. It was also released on the Amstrad, the Amiga, the Atari ST and the Commodore 64, and all versions of the game fared pretty well and got pretty decent reviews. It's based on an arcade machine released in 1987 by Atari that, interestingly, was originally going to be the sequel to Gauntlet, because it's a maze game. And it's a simultaneous two-player maze game, but it's 3D. It's crude 3D, but it's 3D nonetheless. Now, it's retained its two-player nature on the Spectrum. All the home ports did. I think there's an Atari Lynx port as well, but no other systems got it. Maybe NES and a Mega Drive were supposed to get it, but they were cancelled. Shame. Never played it in the arcades, but saw it in the arcades and quite liked it. And my older brother Jason bought it. He bought it, and I think I got Vindicators, which was also Domark and done by Tengen, and my twin brother got something else. Do you remember when you could join those software clubs and you get like 7 games and each one was only a penny or something like that, and then after that you had to pay pretty much damn near full price, and everyone just did what we did, which was got the first few games, then quotation fingers, allegedly tape to tape them, then cancelled within 30 days. Anyway, right, so it's simultaneous two-player on the Spectrum. You can see on the left it says Rock, and you can see on the right it says Ace, because you have the best names ever. You're Major Rock Hardy or Captain Ace Gun, and you're fighting the Xybots. Right, let's set it up. It's two-player. You have to set it up as two-player, but you don't necessarily have to play it as two-player. It all makes sense because the screen at the bottom is split into 2 for each player, and the bit in the middle where you can see all guffins about controls and stuff like that, I'm going to go with Kempston. That will be where you see a map, which is incredibly useful. Right, player 2 will have keys. I may show you how it plays two-player. Obviously I can't simultaneously play it two-player because I don't have 4 arms and there's no one else about, but right, you can see it here, so it splits into 2. So anyway, the Xybots are robots who've come to Earth to take it over and destroy all mankind, but fortunate for us, we got to those solid blokes there, and the Xybots can only fight in really enclosed corridors, which makes picking them off a bit of piss, really. Right, fire. So yeah, I have fuzzy memories of playing this as a kid. I'm in the blue, as there is no one on the right. I think it's kind of nice graphics. Oh, now here's the problem. Look at the maze at the top. You'll see an arrow, and a thing telling me to face the other way. Because warning, because the Xybots are coming. See, it's 48K only, so you're going to hear crude farty noises and background noise. Because unfortunately, I live on the busiest road in the West Country, but you move like that and it doesn't scroll in true 3D, but and you strafe and you hammer fire, and you can strafe while you hammer fire. If you hold fire down, you stop firing, and then if you press a direction, you turn immediately 90 degrees, so you can see the arrow at the top is turning 90 degrees, so can't go any further back because of the wall. But yeah, and this, so turn left, arrow points forward, is how you traverse the maze. Seems a bit clunky, but that's how they did it, and you get used to it, and I quite like it. Does mean you're a bit of a sitting duck for, milliseconds, microseconds, I don't know. Anyway, underneath our names at the top left and top right is all the stuff you acquire, and you pick up shit that kind of upgrades you. That's a key. We will need a key. Where's my energy? I don't know where my energy is. I don't know if stuff like you pick up is energy. It's the first time I'm playing it in ages, because like I said, it took me a while to work out the controls. Oh, you all see? And I just destroyed them by running through them, which obviously hit me, but you got to be very careful with the controls. It plays exactly the same on the keyboard. Sure, I'll show you. Press fire. So, right, what is it? It's P up, L down. There. So look. Come on, tell me you're not impressed. Tell me you're not impressed. That is kind of cool. Right, now I'm going to have to finish it because, like I said, oh, I'm dead. We'll jump over to player 2 then. But you can see how it works. It was a lot of fun. And it's quite ambitious for a Spectrum game, because think about what it's doing. It's not 2 people in the same play area at once, if you know what I mean. You can both be in different parts of the maze. I might be over-exaggerating its greatness, but it impressed me as a kid. Hold far down, Dave, and then turn it around. Now, you get a bonus for which one of you can exit the maze first. See, stuff like this, you can look. If there aren't any Xybots on the screen, stuff like that, which don't always necessarily show up on the map, then you can just kind of leg it and strafe like that and not have to worry about turning around. But obviously if there are Xybots, crappiest name ever, they had a thing for names like that because they also did that side-scrolling 3-player Alien game, which is also on the Spectrum, called Xenophobe. Right, are you going to the beam? So there is a competitive nature. Oh look, and he's gone all Tron, master programming, or computer, or program. I don't know. You have $1. $1 was worth a lot more in 1987, obviously, because it's just bought me a guard mapper, which I have no idea what it does. I'm gonna have to carry on as player 2, because if I press player 1 now, then I'm gonna have 2 people again, and you can't pick the keys. It's just really naff ones off, you know, off the cuff. Anyway, different maze, so it mixes the mazes up. Different. Oh no! Oh, but you can retreat. I was going to say you can retreat back to safety, but you do. It does. Oh look, see. So it does make the 3D element really cool. Right, but as I said, firing seems to be easier to fire on the joystick without locking yourself and changing your position, so you get used to it. Bigger Xybots, you can shoot him at this range as well. He looks as bad to me as he does to you, trust me. It's a spectrum resolution thing. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't look amazing at the end of a corridor if you only had 48K of memory to play around with. See what I did there? It's better in blue as well. So yeah, I like it. I really do like it. I mean, anything that's simultaneous 2-player works for me. And also, as a game, you know, idea, you got to think about when this came out in the arcades. You know, after Gauntlet and stuff like that, there wasn't anything like this. I mean, there were one-on-one fighting games, not many in 1987. Although Street Fighter came out, actually, to be fair. Maze games, you know, Alien Syndrome, stuff like that. Gauntlet. But a 3D maze game? That was a whole different kettle of fish. I may do a gameplay of the arcade. Now I've got my head around the controls. I may not. Press file to continue. Did I die? I died! But hopefully, I could have changed characters to give you that more immersive 3D feel. But hopefully all the people I shot shouldn't show up until, you know, the ones I didn't shoot, if that makes sense. So he doesn't appear at a certain range because of, well, the grunt of the Specky. Again, see my prior point about only having 48K of memory. Yoink. Put it this way. On your phone, your Facebook avatar, you know what I mean, thumbnail, has more memory than the Spectrum. I read that once. I like using that. Right. So does that dot mean it's that? See, when it says warning, it means there's a bad guy. Look, there's 2 on the screen at once. Oh my god, look at us rocking the limits of 48K. I've never actually seen what it plays like on any other system. I could have done a comparison video. Could have done a lot of things. Could have been an astronaut. Chose not to. Right, could have been a contender. So it's useful then when you go like this into these blind corners to see that arrow that says, hang on a minute, warning, warning, danger, which is kind of cool because you think about it, with fighting robots. Can I go by him and go, yes I can. I don't know what that achieves. Absolutely nothing. Right, press. Oh, it won't let me turn around. I'll straight backwards, I was going to say. But I am facing the other way now. You got to do it like the left or right key. Meow, Tron. You have slow energy. Cause look, $3, and I basically last longer when I'm getting shot. Right. So anyway, we're just. Oh, look at this. Like I said, you get used to the controls, and it's a fun game. And it must be reasonably accurate to the arcade because look, he's got a shield. You've got to shoot him when he's open. It's easy. bite dinner first. See what I did there? Oh, fuck. Right, we'll go back to this one. But, so you got that hole. No, I can. And I just lost on this one. Oh, alright. Game over. Game over. Right, so, yeah. Get used to it. And like I said, it's a bit of fun. It's something very different for the time. And, you know, again, I was going to just say before I lost my thread, you obviously got all the different types of Xybots that the arcade game had. It is also useful that you can backtrack, he says, and he gets shot in the face. Anyway, if you played this back in the day on any version, you know, I'd love to know what you think, and especially if you played it in the arcades. But I think this is, I liked it back in the day when my brother, probably because my brother got it, didn't cost me a thing. Well, actually, that didn't cost us anything because we allegedly taped to tape all those things. Who remembers those games for a penny? I think they did music albums and videos as well or something. And then they just jacked up the price. But yeah, if you played any of these versions back in the day and remember that, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.